So 4 steps to rent your home successfully. Number 1 is to know your rents, okay? So an awesome website to use is actually called padmapper.com. And what that does is it takes all the ads for rental property and it puts it all onto this website. So you can search wherever in Canada and it will show you all the advertisements for rents. So that will give you a good idea what things are renting for. So it will show by room, by home, by 2-bedroom apartment, and so on. So it's really detailed and it will give you a really good sense of rental in that area. Step 2 is to advertise your rental. So to advertise, the best way to do it, and what I do with my rentals, is I use Kijiji.ca. So what I do is I actually use a top ad for 1 week, and I usually get about half a dozen or a dozen applicants who want to rent my apartment. So that is the best way of doing it. It's about $40 or $50 for the week, but I'm telling you it's best money well spent, because typically keeping it up on Kijiji will give you the most exposure, and you should see a lot of applicants by doing that. Step 3, the application process. So when somebody comes by to see your property, you want to give them an application to fill out. Now on there, typically the standard form from CMHC, and I do have copies of this on my blog and you can download it for free. It states that the applicant must give the landlord permission to check credit. Now I say that I will, but usually I don't. And usually they will tell me up front, if they have any issues. But mainly what we want to do here is you want to see who the person really is by using Facebook, okay? Calling all their references, so you want to call their work references, previous landlords. That's the biggest key there, to see if they were on time for rent, and any references they have, okay? So those are the big things when you're screening an applicant to rent your place. Step 4 is the lease agreement. So before somebody moves in to your rental, there's a few key things that you have to get before they move in. And trust me, I know from experience, I have a few rentals of my own, and you want to make sure they sign a lease, okay? Whether it's a month or yearly, that's whatever you both agree upon. 1-year lease is the best, right? Because then you'll have less turnover. But you want to sign a lease. You want to see their ID, so their driver's license, to make sure the name that's on the lease matches their driver's license, right? You want to make sure that you get 1 month's rent up front with your damage deposit, which is usually a month rent, okay? So you want all those up front with the lease, and they don't move in, you don't give them the keys before all that is done. If you do, then there could be a chance that you might not get your damage deposit, right? Their name could be different than what's on their driver's license. That makes a big deal if you were to go to small claims court, right? I'm not scaring you guys, but that is the best procedure, okay? So make sure you do all that before they move in, and everything else should be pretty good. So follow these steps. If you have any questions, let me know. I have a few rental properties of my own. I'm not only a realtor, but I do invest quite a bit into rental property. And check out my blog, because I'll have free downloads of leases and application forms and info forms for tenants and landlords, okay? And I'll have a bit more details in terms of how you can actually check somebody's credit by using Equifax.ca and more resources like that. So check out the information down below, and or message me, and I'd be happy to help you rent your place.